Noah and Nick's love story is set to continue in the upcoming My Fault sequel, Your Fault, Culpa Tuya. Fans of the Spanish-language movie series have been burning with a desire for more of the movie's central couple ever since the first movie proved a hit with audiences last year. As we continue to wait out the months before the sequel's arrival this winter, Prime Video is continuing to tease what's in store. The streamer has released a new trailer for the sequel that offers an extended look at what to expect as Noah and Nick's romance exits the honeymoon phase and their love faces intensifying threats from those who would stop at nothing to make sure their forbidden love doesn't blossom any further. Then begins a forbidden, yet intensely passionate romance that irks everyone around them. Your Fault marks the most difficult period in Noah and Nick's romance, as book fans already know. Ideally, the sequel adapts the second book and will see Noah and Nick navigate more storms if they are to make their relationship work. The synopsis for the sequel reads, "The love between Noah and Nick seems unbreakable, despite the maneuvers of their parents to break them up. But his job and her entry into college open their lives to new relationships. The appearance of a revenge-seeking ex-girlfriend as well as Nick's mother with unclear intentions will shake the foundations not only of their relationship but of the Leister family itself. When so many people are out to destroy a love story, can it really end well?" Epilogue Noah. 2 days later. The noise of the machines and the intense, unpleasant hospital odor made the waiting room intolerable. I'd never liked those places, and if I'd had a choice, I'd have been anywhere but there. I went out to the hall, sat in a chair, and hugged my knees. That had been my preferred position those past few days, and just like when I got under the covers, I closed my eyes and let my mind wander through places I wished I'd never returned to. I could still hear Jenna's voice on the other line, asking for answers I wasn't ready to give, and then William in a rage, telling me his son had been arrested for assault. I'd gotten to the scene quickly, and that image of Nicholas would stick in my mind for years, I thought. The ambulance had taken Michael away with bruises all over his face and body. Nicholas had broken 2 of his ribs. I could still see his split lip, the blood on his knuckles, the police driving him away in a squad car. Michael had defended himself as best he could, but there was little he could do against a Nick who had completely lost his mind. I had pushed him to it. Once again, it had been my fault. I remember Jenna came up behind me, and just then, my legs gave out. She and Lion caught me before I fell, drove me to her house, and took care of me all night, not asking any questions. Lion went to the police station and called William. In the meanwhile, Jenna had sat in bed with me and hugged me while the very last tears I had left poured out. I hadn't cried again since that night. I was now so destroyed that nothing, not even tears, could help with the pain. And here I was now, visiting the man who had promised to help me but who was responsible for my destruction. I sighed, and my phone buzzed on top of the plastic chair where I'd set it down. It was Will. William sighed on the other end of the line, and I could imagine him, his face weary and full of worry, but finally able to admit his son wouldn't go to jail over his stepdaughter. Yeah. Despite everything, I'd never have forgiven myself if Nicholas had wound up in prison. It was hard enough getting up in the morning and going to the hospital. But more guilt weighing on my shoulders, that I couldn't have taken. Jenna walked down the hall with 2 coffees and a bag of something. "I brought you some food, and I'm not going to take no for an answer, hear me? You're going to eat, and you're going to do it now." Not paying her much attention, I grabbed the coffee from her and took a sip. It was hot, but it didn't warm my body. I was always cold now, frozen inside and out. It didn't matter how many blankets I had over me, something was missing, the most important thing of all. "Nick's out," I whispered. Jenna's eyes widened, and she took a deep breath, just as I had done when I found out. Lion had asked Jenna to marry him, and she'd run off to find me and deal with what had happened. I was out of it, but not so much that I couldn't see the glimmer in her eyes when she looked at Lion or her eyes settled on her engagement ring. I was happy for her, truly, but her happiness also tore my heart. I'd never have that, especially after all that had happened. Knowing I'd lost Nick, I was aware of how stupid I'd been. My fear of being hurt had kept me from being loved, because Nick had loved me with all his heart, But I had pushed him away over and over until finally I dragged him into the darkness that surrounded me almost every hour of the day. That was what hurt the most. I was used to pain. I feared it. I tried to avoid it as best I could, but when it came, I know what to do. What was unbearable was knowing he was in pain. All the times he told me he loved me, all the times we'd argued over stupid shit, all the stolen kisses, the caresses, the love he felt for me alone. All that had turned into his worst nightmare. Jenna took me home that night. I hadn't seen Briar since the gala. At some point, she'd cleared her things out of the dorm. Just as well, I thought. Briar was a part of Nick's past I never should have known about because it had nothing to do with me anyway. I understood now that the past ought to remain in the past because when we let it come back, it can devour our present. I took off my shoes while Jenna messed around in the kitchen, repeating that I had to eat. But I couldn't, the knot in my stomach was so big, there was no room for anything else. I got into bed, leaned my head back, and heard paper crumpling. I felt a jab of pain as I saw that it was the letter Nick had written me. Fingers trembling, I read it again. I'll give you more time. If that's what you need, if that's what you need to realize I love you and you alone, then I'll do it. I don't know what to do to make you believe me, make you see that I want to take care of you and protect you forever. I'm not going anywhere, Noah, my life and my future are with you, my happiness depends on you alone. Stop being afraid, I'll always be your light in the darkness, my love. I closed my eyes. I'm not going anywhere. My life and my future are with you. My happiness depends on you alone.
Anticipations to come. The video trailer is in Italian with subtitles in all languages. Remember to press the CC button at the top of the video and choose the subtitle language as well. Go! Good vision! On YouTube, the YouTuber, Giulia Segreti, who became famous for her voice,
I'm pregnant.
What?
I'm pregnant.
How is it possible?
Here we are. Of course we saw a short preview. You can see them whole in the YouTube channel of the voice actress and creator Giulia Segreti. She is a voice actress and actress. With her voice it brings strong emotions. She is Italian. In her videos you can also activate all the subtitles. Just go to the YouTube video options and then choose the language. We talked to Giulia. She uses her own voice in an innovative and particular way.
È vero, non hai avuto un buon esempio, ma hai imparato a mie spese che dagli errori si impara e si diventa persone migliori.
And she is popular on the web. She opens her self-titled YouTube channel and starts uploading audio readings of modern books in collaboration with male voice baron Mark Keel. She also does commissioned audio readings from many female writers. Giulia and Barone are also a couple in real life. They met on the web.
Senza di lui la maggior parte del lavoro non era possibile. Beh, ci siamo conosciuti attraverso la grande passione per il doppiaggio e per le letture.
Giulia was looking for a male voice for her projects and then she learned that she was a neighbor. You have dubbed some important films and participated in various famous Italian TV programs. Giulia is also a Spotify artist. She realizes with her voice covers of her recited. She's a writer. She has acted in the theater in various shows and fairs. For some years she was also the speaker on the radio and currently she is the voice of important radio commercials. Her voice is also on Audible. In fact, she also makes audiobooks. In short, she does many things in one day. She likes to tease with her voice and has managed to work with her voice. She loves animals, she loves being with her boyfriend. It's hard to sum up her life. I suggest you visit her YouTube channel. There you can hear and see her work. While her private life and her other passions can be seen on Instagram.
Io, insieme a voi, ho una lunga strada da percorrere. E mentre percorriamo insieme questa strada, altre persone si uniranno.